Okay. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And welcome to Next Level Life, where we talk about whatever it is that you need to do to take your life to the next level. I'm Kathryn Price, and I am an author, and I share transformative life lessons here on YouTube. So this morning, we wanted to talk about how to make peace with and overcome self-doubt. And this is a topic that has been something that I have struggled with all of my life, and I know that many other people do as well. So this morning I'm going to run you through some ways you can work with self-doubt rather than running away from it, avoiding it, and not actually understanding it. Debbie Sue, hi, you can hear me now. Thank you for joining, Debbie Sue. I appreciate that. I did nothing any different, and now it's fine. So obviously I must have done something different, but anyway, I am here now, so that is good. Yeah. Okay. Rhonda, thank you for coming back. Yay, it's fixed. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't do anything any different, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It seems to be fine. So I did test my microphone, but it just, when I went live, it didn't seem to work. Anyway, we are here now. So this morning we're talking about how to make peace with and overcome self-doubt. So I'm going to run through some things really quickly, and then we can just jump into a conversation. So if you're here, jump in, say hi. This is Next Level. Got my water. This is Next Level Life, and my name is Kathryn. I am an author, and I share transformative life lessons here on YouTube. So self-doubt is a biggie, and it's been a biggie for me all of my life, and it still is. Thanks for joining, Steve. Great to have you here. Thank you for coming back after those little hiccups. I have no idea what it was. Everything seemed to be set fine, but you couldn't hear me. So anyway, self-doubt. So the first thing, so I'm going to run through a few things. The first thing is acknowledge the self-doubt. So know that it's a normal human experience. And just knowing that, to me, just gives me a great lot of relief, really. It's like, okay, I'm normal. And everybody feels it sometimes. And then, so the next thing you can do is identify the source. So it's really good to understand where it came from. You know, did it come from a teacher at school, a parent, you know, something a sports coach said, whatever it is? Just see if you can identify what it's about. Are you comparing yourself with others? You know, that's a biggie with social media. I know when I was on social media a lot, I found that really difficult, seeing all these people that looked perfect and, you know, were actually not. But I found that really difficult. The next thing to do is notice your negative thoughts. So challenge that inner critic, that part of you that is judging you, that is putting those negative messages into your head. I know that's something that I have and that I work with all the time. Now, if you'd like this list of that I put together here, you can get it in a PDF. So sign up to my email list, and I'll put the link in here right now so you can do that. And I'm going to be emailing that list every week now, and I will send out a PDF of this. Just going to pin that message to the top. Great. So you can join my email list there and get a copy of this PDF, and I'll be emailing that list each week with all sorts of stuff. So challenge your inner critic, reframe the self-doubt. So instead of seeing it as a barrier, see it as, you know, like a growth opportunity, something you can learn from. So look at those thoughts and say, okay, this doesn't have to be a barrier. You know, what's good about this? What can I learn from this? Yeah. The next thing is to build evidence of competence. So I keep a list each year in the beginning in the start of my journal, and I do my journal in a Word, Google, the word's gone, right, in a Word document in Google. And at the beginning of that, I keep a list of achievements for the year, and I add to it all the time. So an accomplishment list is a really great thing to do, and keep that running all the time. So you're building evidence that you can do hard things, that you can achieve, and that it's going to counter that negative self-talk. Next is take small actions. So do small things that you can do to move yourself forward with whatever it is you are doubting yourself about. Do a little bit of research. Oh gosh, I really got a frog in my throat this morning. I did do my voice exercises, but they didn't work either this morning. Oh dear. So yeah, take small actions towards that goal. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. I did that for so long, and it's only been the last few years that I've really learned how to be kind to myself and, tell myself that it's okay. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be doubtful. It's normal. And be kind to myself. Be as kind to myself as I would be to someone else. Limit comparisons. So don't compare yourself to other people. I know, as I just said, on social media, that was a biggie. And here on YouTube, it is too. There's a lot of, other people that I've become friends with who are new YouTubers, and we're all at different stages. We all have different time constraints. We all have different abilities, and our progress is going to be different. So don't compare yourself to others. Surround yourself with support. Get yourself a buddy. I just did a video on this. There is one on this channel, but I did one on my other channel, YouTubers Over 60, and which I'll be going live on that after this live. And it's amazing. I have a buddy, Steve Brocky, who's in the comments here, who is live. Steve and I support each other in building our YouTube channels. I've had a weight loss buddy before. I've had a business buddy. It works brilliantly for me, so try it. Adopt a growth mindset. Instead of I can't do this, I can if I learn. I can if I get the skills. Use mindfulness techniques to come back to the present to stop that worrying. So if you find your mind running away, just sit quietly, close your eyes, and just breathe and focus on your breath for 1 or 2 minutes. That's all it takes to center yourself again. And celebrate progress, not perfection. You will never be perfect. Accept that if you can, work towards accepting that, and celebrate progress. When you make progress, give yourself a pat on the back. At the end of each week, celebrate what you've achieved that week. It makes a massive difference as well. So that's my little spiel today about self-doubt. So happy now to, any questions, jump into the comments and let me know. I would love to answer any questions and talk about whatever you want to talk about. As I said, this is, Next Level Life is about whatever it is for you, whether that is pushing through and achieving a big goal, whether it is downsizing, retiring, projects in the garden, in the home, whatever it is, whatever next level is for you. For me, I'm trying to find balance in retirement. I'm loving this whole YouTube thing. Mostly I'm loving it. Some days I don't, but mostly I'm loving it. And, it's hard to find that balance, as it is for everybody. You've got your own things that you're dealing with in your life. Steve, definitely helps to have a buddy to share the highs and the lows with. Yeah, it sure does, Steve. It's just makes such a difference. And, I know, just to flick a message off to someone and say, feeling really discouraged today because, my last video didn't do as well as I hoped or as well as my previous ones. That's really, 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 really helpful. And sorry, I'm just going to shut the door here. There's a little bit of noise. Okay, sorry about that. That's better. Just close that. Steve, we talked this week about visualizing your goals. I thought that was great, having something tangible on your wall to remind yourself, envisage it becoming real. Yeah, writing down your goals is huge. If you can write them down, and I talked about this last week, I think too, and I talk about it a lot because it works. You're 42% more likely to achieve your goals if you write them down. So in my book, Flourish, which is over there behind me, I talk about an I want list. So it's easy, just I want, and then a list of the things that you want in your life. That's a simple way to write down your goals. And once you've written them down, you are far more likely to achieve them. And then something visual as well is really good. You can create a vision board. We talked about that last week as well. I talk about that in my book. I do one of those each year. Sometimes I do more than one a year. When I was in business, I had a business one and a personal one. And so creating something visual really, really helps. I've just created, I was actually back at the beginning of the year when I restarted this channel, I created a silver YouTube plaque with 100,000 subscribers for Kathryn Price on it, because that is my goal. And I'm putting that out there. It feels really scary because I've got 879 right now. And it feels a little vulnerable. It feels I feel a bit silly in some ways. But that is my goal. So if I can put that out there, there's more of a chance of me achieving that goal. And I did have that printed on my office wall, but I cleaned a whole lot of things up, so I must reprint it and put it back up. So surround yourself with people to help and support you is a big help. Yes, Debbie, so it certainly is. Having people in your life who will support you, whether that's friends or family or partner or whoever it is, it's really important to find those people. And if you don't have those people in your immediate life, find them outside of your family if necessary, in a local group or with a friend or Facebook groups. My weight loss buddy, we met in a Facebook group 7 years ago. We still support each other. We both, at the moment, every spring, we kind of, over the winter, we put on a few kilos, and right now, we're trying to get that off again. So we're supporting each other, messaging our weight and our steps each day, and it's really great. Steve, agreed, Debbie Sue. Having people who are encouraging helps massively. Your friends and family may not always understand your goals and be as encouraging. Finding like-minded people helps. Yeah, for sure. It does. And I think that's with anything in life. I think, we can't expect our partners and our family to be as passionate about the things we're passionate about. My husband is very supportive. He's amazing, but he doesn't understand, the ins and outs of what I do, and I don't understand the ins and outs of what he does. He loves watching YouTube, but he's not someone who would have a channel. And, he's so supportive, but he doesn't know what it's like doing what I'm doing, just like I don't know what it's like doing what he does. So we can't know that for each other. So like-minded, supportive people is really, really important. And so any other questions? Yes, true. Steve, my folks wouldn't understand why I'm bothering with YouTube, so I haven't even told them. Yeah, and that's understandable too, Steve. Our parents, my parents are no longer alive, but our parents are of a different generation, completely different. And I think, they don't understand. I know when I first had, I'm just trying to think, no, that was after my dad. But I've certainly had people in my life who haven't understood things that I've done at times, and that's okay. We're all so different, and I think the biggest thing we can do is honour and respect that in each other, and know that is okay. So what's been happening this week, and what are some of your achievements this week? Let's dive into that, because it always feels really good. Steve and I have been chatting about learning storytelling for YouTube, and he's been studying it, and he shared some things with me, and I've started studying it, which has been really cool. And so this week I have been doing that. I've been recording a completely new type of video for this channel, and it's completely different from what I've been doing so far, and I'm hoping you guys are going to like it. I'm really nervous, but I'm doing it anyway. And yeah, so that's what I've been up to. I'm feeling good about that. And it's my birthday today. I forgot to tell you that. Yeah, I've turned 61 today. I wasn't used to being 60, but I'm 61 already. The time flies. Making money online blows their minds. The digital age has opened so many doors for people. Oh, yeah, it certainly has, Steve. When I look back to when I started my first business in 1998, my little affirmation card business, and then I started my next business in 2013, the difference in how easy it was to reach people was incredible. Just, it blew my mind at that time. And it's gotten easier and easier and easier to reach, as we do here, people all over the world. It's just amazing. So we're so lucky to live in this age, even though it has its challenges. But I believe every generation has its challenges and has had challenges. Rhonda, you have some support from your family and friends, but mostly people on YouTube are the most supportive. They are, aren't they? They're incredible. It's such a supportive community. I just love it. And what I love about it is that, like, Facebook and Instagram was supportive, but that was from friends that I already knew. That was from local people. Yes, I had all my, my followers who would comment and things like that, but it wasn't, I didn't build relationships with those people like I have here on YouTube, like friendships. It's completely different. Oh, thank you, Rhonda. Yes. You've got your sister, Debbie, so that's great. Fantastic. It's good that you've got somebody. And your YouTube friends are really supportive, Debbie Sue. Yeah, so this week, Steve, I'm celebrating my new video, which I've started shooting, and stepping into a totally different way of presenting my content, starting to learn storytelling, which you've been helping me with, Steve, sharing some content with me. And what else this week? Got some more stuff done in the garden, got some painting done at the house. So what are you guys, what are your wins? What have your wins been this week so far? What's been positive, and what are you grateful for? Let's talk about that in the comments. And it always feels so good to acknowledge and just allow ourselves to really be in what is good and what is what we have achieved, because I think it's too easy to move on to the next thing, like to tick something off the list and just move on to whatever is next on the list. It's too easy to do that. So I find it's really good. I have in my calendar every Friday afternoon, I have a celebration reminder, and I put the little glass of wine emoji, because I have a glass of wine, I don't know, 2 or 3 times a week. I'm not a big drinker, but I do enjoy a glass sometimes. And so I have that in my calendar, and that reminds me to just sit and acknowledge, what has been really good this week. Excuse me. And what I've achieved. So, Debbie Sue, you have finished another short story this week. Fantastic. I listened to your short story. It was really cool. So is that something you do all the time, Debbie Sue? You write short stories? Yeah, it's really cool. So what have you guys achieved? Steve, Rhonda, what have you achieved? I see we've got 5 people in here. Come in and say hi if you're comfortable doing that. If not, that's cool. So what are your achievements? And I need to figure out, put on my list, what went wrong with my live stream. I think that was just random because nothing was any different, which is really frustrating. So, along with poems, awesome. Do you read your poems, Debbie Sue, on YouTube? That's all. I used to write poems years ago when I was much younger, but yeah, I haven't done it for a long time. But it's a cool thing to do, and it's a really cool way of expressing yourself, writing poems. Yes, you read one today. Oh, cool. I must go and watch. That's awesome. And so if there isn't any, let me know. Steve, I'm not sure I have achieved much this week, but I am keeping motivated, and even just having the energy is a win. Sometimes I don't have the energy. Yeah, that can be tricky, Steve. I mean, you're juggling a lot of things, full-time work, and family life, and it can be, gosh, I don't have children, and so I don't know what that's like bringing up children, but it must be really difficult managing all of those things, but I think acknowledging the small things. So, Steve, you've done that storytelling this week. You've recorded a new video in that format and uploaded it. So those are wins. I think those small things. Who is it that talks about? Oh, Tracy from Life in the Wild West talks about the big little things, or the little big things, one of the two. And I think it's easy just to brush over them. But you've achieved that this week, Steve. You have, recorded and uploaded that video in a totally new format and style as well. So good on you. That's an achievement. Rhonda, I'm all over the place with many different areas of my life, facing some big changes in my life as far as YouTube. I put out a video Monday and doing my second live tonight at 7. Oh, fantastic. Rhonda, what 7, what time zone are you in? And maybe I can, it might be too late for me. It's probably going to be something like 11 o'clock or something like that. So it might be a bit too late. Let me know your time zone so I can join you if it isn't too late. I tend to go to bed early because I get up super early. So yeah. So yeah. CST, okay. CST, 7 p.m. CST. So I'm not sure what that's going to be. Yeah, it's probably going to be 11 or 12 or something like that. So it'll probably be too late for me, but I can catch the replay. Anyway, I've been, this last week I've had other things going on, painting at the house and things like that. So I haven't caught up with all my watching the people that I follow this week. So it takes a bit of time as well, but it is great. It's really good to do. So yeah, so girls, we might wrap it up there, I think. I'm going to go live on my other channel at 9 a.m. and talk about YouTube. So for a short while. So I think we might just wrap this up. And what I'll do is that the PDF of what I talked about in the beginning about self-doubt. Hi, Naz. Yeah, I'll go live on my other channel at 9 a.m. So I'll wrap this one up. And the PDF of this, what I talked about, overcoming self-doubt, if you sign up to my email list, I will send that out in an email in the next few days, and then I'll be emailing that list each week. So, Ebby, hi, welcome from the Philippines. Oh, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. We've been talking about self-doubt today, and we were just wrapping up, but if you've got any questions or anything you want to talk about, we've also been talking about goals and wins for the week, and we've just been sharing those. So we can keep going for a little bit if you want. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you've just joined, any wins you've had for the week. So we were just talking about, I've been learning new things on YouTube, and I've been painting the house, and yeah, so we've been talking about wins, but I was just about to wrap up. So if you've got any wins, drop them in and we can have a quick chat about that. But if not, that's cool too. So just let me know if there's anything in the comments. I've had, I think, 4 or 5 new subscribers yesterday, which was great. I think I lost a few the day before, a couple of days before that, so it's up and down. Yeah, but that's all good. That is all good. Okay, guys, so I'm going to wrap it up there. Go back and watch the replay once this is uploaded, and I will head over to my other channel, YouTubers Over 60, and I'm going to go live there at 9 a.m. So thank you so much for joining today. I really appreciate it. And if you've got any questions or comments, drop them on any of my videos, and more than happy to help out. If you're interested in reading the first chapter of my book, you can get that free by signing up to the link on the pinned post here, or the link on my channel description or any of my videos. So thank you for joining. Steve, Debbie Sue, Ebby, Naz, Rhonda, thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate it. So I'll be here again next week at 8 a.m. New Zealand time. Thanks, guys. Might see you over on my other channel at 9. Thank you. Have a great day.